My name is Yehoshua Ya'acov, Ben Avraham from Jerusalem, and this video is to introduce myself in very personal terms and to brief Senator Barack Obama first. Congratulations on your work. I'm applying for the job as your Rebbe in Jerusalem. In a serious note, we're happy to see the message resounding throughout America. We bless you from Jerusalem. Now let's get to particulars. Most respectfully, I'm the author of the trilogy Humanomics. It's not published yet. It's 2,500 pages in draft. So why should this be of interest to you? It's comprised of really two primary new paradigms. Its central organizing principle being the first, which is the new cognitive science, behavioral first by perceiving to give. In Hebrew, kabel b'shvil letet, and in economics, the integration of labor. Now, the latter is the primary subject. I've sent descriptions and models, graphs and text to the DNC and suggested that the platform committee adopt it for the campaign, but more particularly, before you ever get to the DNC, the convention, you should take possession of the new economic paradigm. Why? Let's speak very candidly. I listened most interestingly and attentively to your speech. It was an excellent speech, and the execution of its delivery was excellent as well as natural to you. Having said that, in New York with Mike Bloomberg, whom I think is the best choice for your presidential candidate, and Bill Richardson, I don't know what we're going to do with him, but you got to put him in at least as Secretary of State, or he's a winner, and the best are coming forward. Now look. We haven't got time to chit-chat here. We've got to get to what you need to have and know and use. I'm the author of the Humanomics trilogy, the two paradigms within it, its central organizing principle, receiving, which I'm not going to talk about now, but the integration of labor with the paradigm is what you need. And it identifies information that's a new agent of transformation. In classical terms, it's implemented through new national platform policy. To do that, it's got to be put into the platform committee and adopted as such, but you should have adopted it, endorsed it long before. It's implemented through the development of world-class global technologic infrastructure, which evolves into Internet 3, and the payoff after $4 to $5 trillion investment is tens of millions of sustainable high-tech jobs in America, distributed throughout all the states, the retraining and re-education of most of the U.S. workforce in its new model methods and technologies, the resulting sunrise industries, the elimination of the national debt, which I guess is now $9 trillion, and then you add another 4 or 5 trillion for this project. You're talking somewhere in the order of 13 to 15 trillion dollars. The gross domestic product will double within 7 to 9 years of the full-scale development and implementation of a world-class global technologic infrastructure, making America the most competitive economy in the world. The G9 will be your partners. America will not pay the full. If the cost is 4 or 5 trillion, the G9 will pick up well over 60–70% of that. America will be partnering. They will also be using it. It's a win-win situation. It's a big picture, and the economic plan and program that you have to present and sell to the American people is the new economic paradigm model and technology model, because of what it will deliver. And to stand up and give an economic speech that's extremely articulate and brilliant and executed brilliantly, that shows that you have the whole index of fiscal and monetary policy tweaks and the ability to articulate them put you in the category of a few tens of thousands of graduate students, and you're a visionary. And what I'm not offering, I'm delivering to you, is the new economic paradigm that replaces the division of labor. In America, over 80% of the output, the gross national product of America, is information technology, and services for exports is going to grow, and the G9 as well. So this is what you need. You have to ascend the learning curve, and that's my job, to see that you get all of the information that you need to do precisely that. Now, for a very summary briefing. I said to you in the beginning of this briefing video that I'm the author of the trilogy Humanomics. Humanomics, what is it, and why is it important? It will be about 2,500 pages. It's stacked up here next to the computer, and it's in fourth or fifth draft. It will be published on the internet. But what you need to know, and it's very important, the most significant event in human history to date is the collapse of the local rail that ended the exile of man and mankind. It's gone unnoticed, and as a didactic scientist, I observed it first in 1991 with the collapse in the USSR of communism. The subsequent year, 1992, the collapse of Yugoslavia's communism, and with the murder of Rabin, the collapse of Zionism in Israel, and the collapse with Harari's murder in Lebanon, and so on. It's going around the world. The collapse of the Twin Towers, it visited America, and America is in an implosion mode. I will say this to you as a friend. It is my considered opinion that you're going to win the presidential election, but beware of what you want, because you'll get it. Barak, it'll be your ground zero. You are going to face incredible, unimaginable challenges, and you'd better be prepared for them. And the most significant of those is what I've just spoken of, the collapse of the local reality, which is the end of man and mankind's exile, and what that means. And it has meaning on the national level, on the communal, family level, individual level. It's going to affect every life of every human being in the world. But of course, all of this, according to the Bible and our Torah, it is first particular to Israel and the Jewish people. And when we end the denial and deconstruct ground zero, the collapse of the local reality, which is called ground zero, in each one of us individually, in our families and communities, in our nation, then the nations, the world will understand the inherent prophecy has come true, that this would happen. It has happened. It has begun, and so this is what we're witnessing around the world. But more particularly, Israel will not survive as a nation state that's secular. It will have to undergo a transformation as a result of this event to become a religious moderate, not a state of extremists, but a moderate nation of observant, both secular and religious, and that will be based upon Humanomics. And I won't go beyond that right now. I will say that's where we're headed. This is what you have to know. And Mel Levine has been briefed, and will be briefed more. He's a good man. He made a tremendous effort. He still doesn't understand it, and he's not passed it on to you because he doesn't understand it. And I understand his conservative nature on this, but time is of the essence. I thank you. I'm Yehoshua Ya'acov, and by the way, in Jerusalem, when you're introduced in future as Barack H. Obama, in this country, H stands for Hashem, which is God's name. We love you, and from now on, I'm your rabbi. Harav Yehoshua Ya'acov in Jerusalem sends blessings, success. Thank you very much.